I'm Hillary from Canada. I just wanted to share with you guys today a bit about my life and my story. I grew up with my parents both divorced, but they were both alcoholics and drank a lot. I grew up living with my mom, and so it was kind of interesting because each day she would be passed out somewhere because she drank so much. So it was really like I was teaching myself how to grow up. She was there, but not really there. And the same with my dad. I'd visit him every once or 2 months or so. And whenever I'd go and see him, I wouldn't know that he was drinking, but I think that played a factor to him hitting us when we did something wrong. But even when we didn't, he'd hit us so hard that it'd leave marks on our arms or on our legs, wherever he hit us. Anyways, it was not a good situation. And so growing up, I had a best friend and she got into witchcraft, so I did too. And so that was a bit of my background, completely opposite than God. And eventually my dad met a Christian lady and he ended up marrying her, and he started going to church, and his life started to dramatically change. And I noticed that he wasn't hitting us anymore. He was being nice. He wanted to actually spend time with us, which we never had that before. And so I was like, okay, this is okay. But eventually my stepmom asked if I wanted to go to a camp, and I said yes. And I went, and it happened to be a Christian camp, so I kind of felt kind of tricked. And it was there that I gave my life to God. We were in one meeting, and there's 3 meetings a day. And I just remember it was right outside. It was by the lake. And I just felt God's love for the first time. And it was like a love that I've never felt in my entire life. And I knew from that moment that I did not want to miss this. I did not want to let this go. I wanted to have this love forever. And God really transformed my life that day, and I was determined to live for Him. And so my best friend, after she found out that I was a Christian, she didn't want me to be a Christian, and she still wanted me to do a lot of things that we were doing with the witchcraft, and I kept on refusing. And it was kind of hard because she was the closest person I had. But I kept my commitment to God, and I said, God, you know what? Everything that I have is yours. And I stayed firm, and eventually she was more open to the things of God as well. And so far, since I gave my life to God, He's really transformed it in amazing ways. There's been so much healing in every area of my life. I used to be a really mean person, very rude, swearing all the time, making fun of people. But when I became a Christian, God changed my attitudes. And now you wouldn't imagine that I was the same person. And I've also been able to go on mission trips all over the world. And it's just been mind-blowing. People healed right before my eyes. 5-pound tumors completely disappear. People that are both deaf and mute instantly healed, hearing their mother's voice for the first time. And it's just been amazing. Even at my work, people were healed through the drive-through window. And it was just amazing what God can do. God is the God of miracles, and He can do all things. Never forget that, and just realize how special you are and how much He loves you and wants to see your lives transformed for the better. Have an awesome, awesome day and a great week, and I hope that you guys really got something from this message today. Bye!
Wait! Before you exit out of the screen, we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to know about the God that you just heard about.
That's right. So wherever you are today, please ask Jesus to forgive you of your sins and ask Him to become the Lord of your life.
Yeah, let Him turn your past into your story. And once He has, we want to hear about it. You can email us your video testimony at ucn.young@gmail.com.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.